France absolutely demolished Netherlands in what must have been just an outright depressing watch for Monaco fans. Because there they are, most of them, I'm sure, fans of their national team in France and just sitting there watching. This is great, let's see what our national team can do. Oh, there's Lamar that smacks in an absolute beauty from distance. We're keeping hold of him, that's fine, because he's going to stay with us. Oh, and then there's Mbappe that comes on and just absolutely demolishes as well. Oh, he's going on loan to PSG. And you're thinking, if we could have just kept hold of both of these guys in the same team and not have everyone trying to pick and choose from our best players, maybe, just maybe, we could go on to be a truly dominant force, even though we proved that we are last year by beating Manchester City in the Champions League and only falling victim to a very good Juventus team. Who knows what could have happened? But because of the whole food chain thing we've talked about, Mbappe was chosen on loan to PSG, which is soon going to be probably an eventual full-time deal going to that club. But regardless, the question is, should we just give the World Cup to France? That was actually what I think Ricky Strom put on our rundown. And I'm going to say that it's not a bad take. No. Because these games are just to be taken with a pinch of salt at the moment. Like, there's no doubt this is a competitive fixture. This isn't a friendly, so you got to look at this as an indicator as to what this team looks like. France are my favourites to win the World Cup. They were my favourites to win the Euros. But as it's proven, teams can go into a competition with a firm mindset on the way they're going to play that competition and how they're going to face their opponents, and they can just execute that brilliantly. Greece did it many Euros ago. Netherlands did it several years ago, although they failed at the last hurdle. And of course, Portugal did it at the Euros, and they won. They proved that as long as you've got a solid game plan, you can draw your way to a major trophy. So that's why I wouldn't gift wrap the World Cup and give it to France at the moment. Are they contenders? Absolutely. Are they favourites? In my opinion, because they have youth, they have talent, they have experience that is somewhat engraved in the youth, because they've got guys like Griezmann, who is very young in his playing career, still many years ahead of him, but he's been in 2 Champions League finals. He's been in a Euros 2016 final. He has been proven to be arguably one of the best footballers in the world for the past couple of years, coming along with the likes of Mbappe, who just is ready to make record-breaking moves to PSG and has shown in Monaco that he can tear anyone apart, who comes off the bench and rips apart the Netherlands in an instant and bangs in the goal in the 91st minute. So they've got all of these weapons that they have, and as well as a solid defence and good coach with Paul Pogba in the middles, of course. So it just proves to me that this team has everything in the tank, basically, to go on and win this tournament. But that is going along with the idea that Germany are not going to be as good a contender. And many people are talking about how they haven't looked the same, Germany, since winning it. Well, that's what happens when Philipp Lahm goes on. That's what happens when Miroslav Klose moves on. That's what happens when you lose all of those experienced footballers that have been there and done that for years. You're going to have to breed this new talent and try to rely on them a little bit more. And as the Spain youth team has proven going forth, it's not an easy transition. Spain fell off that cliff after winning a World Cup and having to give away for a new wave of talent in order to get them back to that point. And Germany are going through a similar transition, but it doesn't look rocky to me. I think they've got plenty of talent in there that's good enough to take them to that next stage. And Portugal are only going to be stronger, I think, with Ronaldo banging in goals left, right, and centre. So there's plenty of competition, but as far as what I see from France is that they're flying high, of course, at the top of Group A with Sweden close by. The Netherlands now fall down. They're 3 points behind Sweden. They fall down to 4th. Are they going to miss out on another major competition? I really don't know. Do they have the same star names as some of the bigger clubs that they're having to rival? No, not anymore. Robin's getting older. Schneider's getting older. Van Persie. In their heyday, they had 3, 4, 5 of some of the top 20 best players in the world in their squad at the right time. Going back to even, that's in their recent heyday, going back to the previous heyday of the Dutch with the Cruyffs and the Marco van Bastens. Long are those days past. It's now, it comes down to almost, I feel like it's coaching for Holland that they need. Like when they had Louis van Gaal, that was how they were able to go on and surpass expectations, I think, because they had a coach that understood the system, despite how much he didn't understand other systems when he went to Manchester United. They had a coach there that was able to make them hard to beat. That's why they had relative success. But I just don't know at the moment if, under the guidance of Dick Advocaat, they really know what's going on. I feel like they are struggling as a team, struggling with confidence. And I feel like they've been going through a manager transition. Of course, Danny Blind, the father of Daley Blind, left with Advocaat in charge, and it's an awful start to the campaign, just smacked by a superior opponent. So they're 3 points adrift with a playoff place with 3 matches left. It's going to be a tough ask, and at the moment, France look like a dominant team to beat. Comment below.